it's Creativelyanzy here, and welcome to the MelaninGamers game review. Today we are reviewing Fire Tonight. Fire Tonight is a narrative puzzle game set in the 90s, following a couple's quest to reunite in a city on fire. I want to thank the developer Reptoid Games and the publishers Way Down Deep for sending us this game to review early. Fire Tonight is inspired by 90s pop band Information Society's song of the same name, Fire Tonight. Despite being set in the 90s, Fire Tonight was a game that really resonated with me, and well, anyone who knows what it feels like to be separated from their loved ones and struggle to reconnect with them physically. The game starts off with a conversation between Maya, a young woman who is new to the city and still misses her parents. She's reluctant to fully unpack. This doesn't really feel like home to her until she meets Devin. Devin is more of a nomad, moving from city to city until of course he meets Maya. The couple are on the phone together reviewing how they met and the different places they have visited. The phone cuts and Maya immediately insists on going over to Devin's house. In the age of no mobile phones or even the internet, this sort of behaviour does not seem so rash or extreme. As outside of payphones, yes people, payphones, there was no other way to immediately connect with each other. Maybe carrier pigeon, I don't know. In terms of the controls, the game does help you. It is fairly simple as it's literally just dragging the mouse around and clicking. You do get prompts such as E to climb. It can be a bit fiddly to start off with turning the camera and then controlling the character, but you do get used to it after a while. The first puzzle, it is a puzzle game, the first puzzle you encounter is tracking down keys in order to open a gate, then a door to advance to the next level. Maya has a lot of quips that she says throughout the game when you point on things specifically. And I would be mindful to pay attention to these as they can help with figuring out what to do. No easy mode on this game, no siree. You have to be really reading the dialogue and the quips to get any clues as to what to do and how to advance. For example, one of the things you have to do is call Devin on a payphone, and yes, you do need a quarter for that. But since I was exploring the landscape and remembered her little quip about throwing a quarter and making a wish, I knew exactly where to look, so I went back there to get the quarter. The POV does switch from Maya to Devin, who is preparing his apartment for Maya's impending arrival. And in keeping with the lyrics of the song, of a guy being stuck waiting for a girl to save him, I thought that was a really interesting premise. And it changes the trope of a guy going after a girl or trying to rescue her. Really, it was Maya basically rescuing Devin from his apartment. And when you control Devin, he's looking around his apartment, what to prepare for her. And it's all in keeping with trying to understand and get to know their relationship and the kind of guy that he is as well. So we do that. You click on different things and you learn different things about him. Then we switch back to Maya, who is still on her adventure to Devin's apartment. And I do say adventure, as her journey is fraught with difficulty as you traverse the landscape, encountering various different obstacles. There are police officers who halt your progress, and if you are caught by their flashlight, this will reset the gameplay to the most recent checkpoint. But it is fire, the name of the game, that is your biggest and most predominant barrier from allowing you to progress from one area to another. I mean, it is called Fire Tonight for a reason, and oh my goodness, fire, why? But yeah, it's still, it's quite fun, and there are ways around it. Personally, I thought this was a great game, a very cute premise with two lovers trying to reconnect. The mechanics of pointing and clicking are very straightforward, which make it really simple to jump into, especially if you're new to it. I would suggest this as someone who's never played games before. This is a nice sort of introduction game. Or if you like your narrative games, I'd also suggest this to you as well. But it still provides people with a challenge. Every level has a different area to explore and get through. You meet different people on your journey as Maya, some of which provide valuable items or say random things to you. Again, do pay attention to these things. Everything Maya does sheds light on how her relationship is with Devon, what it feels like to move to a new city and not have any family. Issues, to be honest, that a lot of people, myself included, can relate to. With a small cast, both characters are fleshed out really well, and I think switching from one Maya to Devon keeps the story from being too one-dimensional. I would have loved for the screen to follow the character, as it sometimes is a hindrance moving the camera around, turning the character. I did say it was fiddly in the beginning, and I did find it quite fiddly in terms of moving the camera, and then the character. Some things that the game could benefit from, perhaps a few more hints, loads more hints, easy mode. I became lost, as in confused as to what to do, and I had to restart the level. I'm not sure if it was me not paying enough attention to the dialogue between the characters, but a helpful like text bubble popping up and prompting me to do something would have been really ideal. I felt as if the trainers on the telephone pole was way overdone, and some of the things Maya was saying was, I thought, a bit problematic. Every time I walked by and clicked on it, Maya had a little quip that usually involved the area being unsafe or gang related. I mean, this could be the era it was set in, or a reflection of the fact that Maya is not from the city, and trainers on telephone poles, you know, in America, I think that sort of symbolizes something, but it just felt like it just stuck out to me as a bit odd, and just not really necessary, to be honest, especially the amount of times that, you know, Maya had something to say in terms of that. I did like her interactions with the different characters that were spotted around, just random strangers that she would bump into or people that she knew. It was nice to see those little interactions, and also, you know, they would give you things like the lady who gives you the headphones, the music to listen to, and that actually really helps with navigating the fire. I didn't realize it until it dawned on me what she actually had said, so I say definitely pay attention to the dialogue. It's very helpful. I think the game like this would be great for a mobile platform, and I did get to interview the developer, and he did say they did consider it for mobile, to be honest, and they have considered it, but there are different sort of complications. But I really enjoyed Fire Tonight. I would recommend this game. I like the premise. It was a nice character. This wouldn't be an AMG review if I did not mention diversity and representation, and it's nice to see that Maya her parents are from what looks like Southeast Asia when you see a picture of her mum and her dad. I do want to mention how refreshing it was playing a character, a woman who was going, you know, trying to get to the guy, and he was sort of the one that was stuck at home and she had to save him, in essence. It felt like a nice flipping of its head, the usual trope, so I really did enjoy that. And I like that she really was undeterred by anything. The city is on fire, nothing is working, but she will get to him come hell or high water, which was really nice to see. So Fire Tonight is out on August 12th on Steam and on Nintendo Switch. Thanks for watching. Please let me know your thoughts on this game in the comments below, and be sure to follow MG for more game reviews. Please be sure to like, comment and subscribe if you like this video. Check out our site at theMelaninGamers.com and check out our socials on Twitter and Insta. See you all later.